If you love SCHD, you're probably here for one thing, and that's dividends that just work. But what if I told you that we could mix things up a little bit by adding some more income, global exposure, and some real estate without sacrificing quality? Today I'm showing you 3 ETFs that are just like SCHD, but each one it comes with a little bit of a twist. Also, I'll explain why SCHD might be better in your individual account, while these ones that I'm going to show you might be better suited for a Roth IRA depending on your tax bracket. So let's get into it. All right, for a quick SCHD recap. So SCHD is kind of the gold standard when it comes to dividend ETFs. Here's what makes it special. So it focuses on US companies with strong fundamentals. Its dividend yield is around 3.5 to 4%, and it's got a super low expense ratio of just 0.06%. And importantly, almost all dividends are qualified, meaning that they're taxed at the lower long-term capital gains rate. That makes SCHD a great ETF for a taxable account, especially if you're in a lower tax bracket. Now let's take a look at 3 ETFs that give you income too, but due to how they're taxed, they might make a lot more sense in a Roth IRA. Okay, this ETF makes massive monthly income from covered calls. JEPQ is JP Morgan's NASDAQ Equity Premium Income ETF. This yield is around 9 to 11% per year, depending on the year. It owns large cap tech like Apple and Microsoft, but it uses covered calls to generate extra income. That's where the yield comes from, so it's not just dividends. As a tax note, here's the catch. Most of JEPQ's income is not qualified, so it's taxed just as ordinary income like your paycheck. So unless you want to give a chunk of that yield to the IRS as a tip, it's much better to be held in a Roth IRA where none of that income is taxed. This one's for people chasing high yield but who also want to be smart about where they park their money. Next is an international dividend exposure ETF. The VYMI is the Vanguard International High Dividend Yield ETF. It's around a 4.5% yield. It holds non-US companies in developed markets such as the UK, Japan, Switzerland, and more, and it gives you global diversification while still producing solid income. Now, on the tax note, about 70% of VYMI's dividends are qualified, but they're also foreign dividends, and that means foreign governments may withhold taxes at the source. So if you hold VYMI in a taxable account, you might be able to reclaim those taxes to the foreign tax credit. But here's the thing. If your foreign tax paid is under $300 or $600 if you're married filing jointly, you can just check a box on your 1040 and move on. If it's more than that, you'll need to file an IRS Form 1116 to claim the credit and avoid double taxation. So it's not hard, but it is paperwork, so that's why I personally prefer to keep VYMI in a Roth IRA. Yes, you'll lose the foreign tax credit, but you also avoid the filing hassle. And your US tax treatment, still tax-free. Also, your filing could get pretty expensive if you do take it to a professional. And our third one is real estate exposure through real estate investment trusts. So SCHH is Schwab's US REIT or Real Estate Investment Trust ETF. It invests in real estate investment trusts, things like apartments, storage units, and even cell towers. The yield is around 3 to 4%, and it's a great way to add a non-stock income to your portfolio. And as a tax note, REITs don't pay qualified dividends. So SCHH's income is taxed as ordinary income, which is why this one is also best held in, you guessed it, a Roth IRA. Inside a Roth, you can collect the real estate income completely tax-free without giving up a dime to Uncle Sam. So here's how it all stacks up. So SCHD, the yield is 3.5%. The strategy is dividend growth. It's got mostly qualified dividends, and the best account really would be a taxable individual account. Next is JEPQ with a 9% dividend. Its strategy is covered calls. It's mostly ordinary income, and it's best kept in a Roth IRA. Next is VYMI with a 4.5% dividend. The strategy is global dividends, and the tax treatment is pretty mixed, and there is some foreign tax withheld. This one is more simple to keep in a Roth IRA just to, not have to do all the tax filing. And last but not least, SCHH with a 3.5% dividend. The strategy is real estate through real estate investment trusts, and the tax is 100% normal income, best kept in a Roth IRA. So if you like SCHD, these 3 ETFs can help round out your income portfolio. But here's the twist. The account that you hold them in matters just as much as the ETFs themselves. So SCHD is great in a taxable account thanks to its tax efficiency. But for ETFs like JEPQ, VYMI, and SCHH, you're better off putting those in a Roth IRA where the income flows in and never gets taxed again. Make sure you like the video. Make sure to comment what is your favorite ETF out of all of these 4. And don't forget to subscribe. I'll see you in the next one.